Hi, welcome back to Burton Ernie Talk Football with Fauria. We're here at the whiteboard. Ernie, take it away. We're talking about disruptive plays. Guys who are making disruptive plays and how they're getting it done.
And defensive players. And what we used to say, getting ready to play a team, we'd say, is there somebody on that defense who can ruin the game? Okay, in other words, they're going to blow up so many of our plays. We're just going to look bad all afternoon if we don't take care of them. And there was obviously one in particular on Sunday, Myles Garrett. Great player for the Cleveland Browns. And he had a bunch of great plays. I'll just start.
He had 5 sacks.
He had 5. Well, and you know what? But it's not just the sacks. Okay, it's a lot. It's a lot. For instance, there was one play. He had play action pass here by Drake May, and Garrett's rushing, and he is upfield past the quarterback. He's deeper than the quarterback.
That's a no-no.
That is a big. Basically, we told him if you're past the quarterback as a passer, you're useless.
Yeah. Okay. So he goes by Drake May.
He goes by Drake May. He knows he's by Drake May. He puts his foot in the ground. Drake May starts to scramble. He comes and catches him for about a 2-yard gain. Now May's been seeing linebackers who've been spying him. They have angles on him, and they can't touch him. This guy comes and catches him from behind when Drake May's got a head start. I mean, and it goes down the stat sheet. There's no sack.
Right.
But I mean, it's a great play. Just like the interception that Drake May threw is because Garrett was pressuring him from the back. When Drake threw that ball, instead of being what you want for your quarterback, your feet under your good base, his feet were crossed up. I mean, he almost looked like he was out of control. There's no way he was going to throw a big ball, a good ball, because he's got Garrett coming from right behind him.
So that's what we usually call like anybody but. Like the 95 of Myles Garrett was your anybody but. You're talking about wrecking a play. Okay, anyone can wreck the play, but this dude. So they tried to stop him.
Well, that's the thing. They had counted for him. They had 2 guys blocking. They had
chip blocks.
Chip blocks.
Oh, before we say they,
the Patriots.
No, I know we're talking they, but Will Campbell was up against him.
Will Campbell for most of the game, but everybody had their turn to get abused. Okay, he was over on.
They all took a turn.
He's over on because
Will Campbell wasn't the only one.
Wasn't the only. So when they moved him over here against Morgan Moses, who's been having a good year at right tackle.
Will Campbell's been having a good year.
They all have until they ran against this guy, and he hit Morgan. He hit him swat. He went up flying 4 yards, and
that's Morgan Moses.
And that's Moses. Yeah.
Who's a mountain of a man.
Our guest every Sunday.
Your
guest game.
Right. And but listen, you're talking here, a true, you want to know who's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer on that field on Sunday? There's one guy I know for sure.
Right.
Is number 95.
What surprised me, Ernie, was, I know he's talented, but the Patriots have had this issue with other end rushers, Dwight Freeney, Jason Taylor, right? And they've always been able to account for them, okay? And the double team, the chip blocking. What I was like a little disappointed was how poorly the tight ends chip blocked them. I thought they left too early.
But Coach Mike Vrabel in his press conference had a great comment, which I never really heard or thought about for Garrett. He said he's like Gumby.
Yeah.
And this guy's got the shake. I mean, this is like a defensive back. It's just hard to get hold of him.
So you have to stay. So if you're going to chip block, my rule would be doing this a million times.
You're going to hit him.
My route is inconsequential. It doesn't matter. What do I care if I get to the flat? I'm going to stay an extra beat or 2 just to make sure my tackle is ready and can put hands on him.
But what if you're in the route?
Well, if I'm back like that, I'm like the 5th read.
You're like the 5th read,
yeah.
But you still want to get out. And the point, but this guy is so slippery.
Yeah. Does he come inside? Does he come outside? Will he go around?
A little bit of all of it. And that's what the point Mike made about being Gumby. I mean, this is not just a big guy. This is a guy like. And I'm thinking to myself, like my wife loves watching Dancing with the Stars. This guy, I guarantee you, would be great on Dancing with the Stars.
Well, Jason Taylor won.
Jason Taylor, right.
Emmitt Smith won. All the football players win.
Right.
We got great feet.
The guys who are not stiff.
Well, Well, yeah, I mean, why are you looking at me?
No, I'm not looking at you.
No,
I'm just-
Like I got no rhythm.
Right, but this, this guy is kind of, some freakish skill. But we had also Caleb Von Chase on.
Caleb Von Chase
had
on.
a huge play for the. I dropped.
Okay.
Yeah, getting
no
excited.
problem. What happened? What did Caleb Von do?
So we had the play where the Patriots had a coverage bust.
Right.
Which were wide open. I mean, wide open down the left side.
Right.
But Caleb Von forced Gabriel to move, get off balance, and elevate the throw. So the Cleveland receivers down there, well, it looks like he was waiting to catch a punt, and it ends up going out of bounds. But the reason that play wasn't a touchdown, it was just an incompletion, was because Caleb Von made him move and got him off balance, which is why we have to understand. Everybody talks sacks, and we know how they
sacks are sexy.
And they do it with a dollar sign. We got that.
Right.
But you have to remember, rushing the passer is like pitching horseshoes.
Okay.
Close counts. If you can get close to the quarterback and make him move and get him off balance, maybe elevate his throw.
There's always a new element.
Yes.
Right. That doesn't get, there's no stat for that. But when you're watching him, this is the guy who can ruin the game. We played the Seahawks in the Super Bowl. They had Michael Bennett, and we could block him. We couldn't catch him with a net. But Tom was so good, he knew we had a problem. He's getting the ball out of there every time.
Right.
It was just phenomenal. Every quarterback's got to he's got to change his rhythm. He's got to speed it up. And this is not like playing the Carolina Panthers, who couldn't even get within couldn't even come close to him. He could sit back with his feet on, get your feet under you, throw on rhythm. That's great.
All right, we got to take a break.
Okay.
Okay, we got another whiteboard segment coming up. We're talking, trick plays coming up? Or the double pass? He doesn't call it the double. Well, sometimes it's called the double. We'll be right back.
We'll be
Stay
back.
with us.